The main reason I'm here is to understand the food, really get under the skin of beautiful Moroccan food. It does feel like going back in time, and going back in time in food world ain't a bad thing. The food here is based around French, who colonised this area, the Berbers, which is kind of like the nomadic people from the mountains and the desert, and then the Arabs. And of course, that is a beautiful cocktail. So I'm just going to get stuck in.
How you doing, man? You gonna take me to the bakery? Yeah, wait up. Right. He's gonna take us to the bakery. Hey. Fella? He's obviously in a bit of a rush. Check this out.
Look at this, man.
So basically what happens is every morning the mums all make bread, literally most mums, and then the kids take the bread to the communal bakery on the way to school. So Michael, you're going to go off to school now? Okay, nice one, brother. Thank you for taking me. It's one hell of an oven, it's massive. And basically all the bread is distinguished either by the type of cloth that they put on it, or, you know, they might just put a name or a cross or a fingerprint in the bread. And then they bake it, and the kids break up for school at 12 o'clock, and they all go home for lunch. They don't have school dinners. And then they pick the bread up, fresh bread, every single day. How wonderful! It's just so beautiful to see. Right, I want to do a little thing that is completely normal and Moroccan to do. I'm going to make a tangia. Right, tangia is this pot here. Hello, my friend. One of these, please. So I'm going to buy this tangia. Now, tangia is obviously a method to cook, and you cook it in embers, right? But how cool is this, right? I had nothing. Now I have a tangia. I'm just going to take, literally, 5 or 6. My friend, 5 or 6 in here. See, 1 lemon. Okay, can you... This is how cool it is. This is completely normal to do. In actual fact, I mean, most bachelors do this. It's like single pot cooking or for 2 people. A little olive oil. Have you got some olive oil? Glug, glug, glug. Look at that. And I swear to you, this is normal stuff. C'est combien, monsieur? Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Right, come and check this. Obviously, you got, with the spices, you've got the Arab influence, you know, with the technical cooking and the cafe culture, you've got the French, but the actual Berbers, they use these tangiers because it was portable. Saffron? Merci beaucoup. Right, classic spice. Saffron, okay, goes in. Carrot goes in. Un carrot, monsieur. 1 leaf. Some little potatoes, a little bit of garlic. I think I'm done. How cool is this? Yeah. I know I'm getting lamb. I don't really know what he's going to give me. It sort of looks like a neck cut of chop. So he's going to literally stuff the meat in here. Oh, no, this is interesting. This is called smen. Now this is like a fermented butter. How much? A tablespoon in. He's going to put salt and pepper in for me. He'll be very, very specific about the water. And then, merci beaucoup. And now he's going to wrap it for me. Okay. Let's go and cook it.
Bonjour, monsieur. Un, s'il vous plaît.
Ouais.
4 heures, monsieur, 4 heures. What's quite interesting is my boy here, his job is to keep this fire stoked, to heat the water, to heat the baths. But at the same time, you'll see fellas, you know, 5 hours before lunchtime or 5 hours before dinner, coming down with random, you know, tangias, giving it to him, disappearing. I'll give him like literally a 50p a quid in 4 or 5 hours time. You know, there's something about cooking in embers and ash that's a really hugging, sort of slow, gentle cook. It's brilliant to see. I mean, it's literally, it feels like going back to Oliver Twist days, you know? Very, very cool. So I'm just going to leave that stuff there. Hopefully you won't get mine mixed up with other people's. Merci, monsieur. C'est fini?
C'est fini, monsieur.
Merci.
Oui, ça.
OK.
Tiens.
OK. Merci beaucoup.
Regarde.
Au revoir. Right. So I've got a few bits and pieces to add with it. This will be the first time I've looked at it since we gave birth to it. But largely this is single boys, bachelors that do this and then bring it back to home. You know, what are single British boys doing? Doner kebabs, microwave meals. I'm just gonna... And let's just have a look at how tender this is. Oh my Lord. And you see these garlic cloves? You know, we can just grab one of those. Oh my God. You can replicate that in a pan at home. It's slow cooking, so it's, you know, it's basically turning on the oven to about 150, you know, Celsius, or about, say, 300 Fahrenheit. Putting it in a pan with a lid. There's nothing per se special about this apart from it's thick. But I'm just going to bring this together. I'm going to put the carrot in. I'm going to stuff it with that electric salad. Pick up some of that beautiful meat. Brilliant. Oh wow, look at all these spices. Beautiful olives. Oh my Lord, look at the colour of these. Look at that. Beautiful. It's great. There's just food on every corner. Here we go. Bonjour.
It's almond with honey. It's very, very, it's nice. It's very, very good.
All right, very good.
Hansha.
It's called mahanisha, means snaky, the snake.
Right. Yeah, that is amazing.
Seeds and almond.
Yeah.
What I like about this is a bunch of different women make them in their own home, and then they come together here and they have all of this. Well, thank you.
Welcome.
All the best.
Bye. Thank you.
This is insane. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Oh my lordy lord. Look at that. So basically, the oven's in the floor. It's huge. It's like another room.
That's a whole lamb.
A whole lamb, legs off though, obviously.
Yes. It takes about 40 to 50 lambs at once.
50 lambs at once?
Yeah, yeah.
I've got to build myself one of these. And this is they got a big old lump of wood, like a spit. And then your main man here starts to.
Bismillah, bismillah.
So apparently this man keeps feeding me. Can I have one portion for me?
Yeah.
Cumin salt. Happy days. Thank you, Hussein. Thank you. Have a look at this. Right, this is the Atlas Mountains. Absolutely beautiful. You know, how many places in the world where you can go from a palm tree on the top of a roof to snow on the top of a mountain? And what's beautiful about the name Riyadh? Riyadh means little drop in paradise. And because they have inward-looking courtyards, you know, down there you've got chaos, you've got scooters, you've got horns going off, you know, you've got donkeys going, there's absolute pandemonium. And then in your Riyadh, it's a little drop in paradise. I just love that. Beautiful. Right, let's cook. So, I'm going to be doing this meshwi lamb. Meshwi meaning roast. If you look at these lamb shoulders here, they're actually quite small. So they're obviously killing them quite young. That's probably 6 months old, unless it's a small breed or something. And then here we've got smen. Now, absolutely, you can use ghee or some butter. Smen is basically a fermented butter, and it's got a slightly cheesy fermented flavour to it, which doesn't sound very appealing. But when you cook with it, it gives it meatiness and gives it a lovely sort of authentic hum. Now, once I've rubbed that all over, I'm going to use some key spices here. A little bit of cumin and a little bit of coriander ground. And then I've got here some pounded up thyme and salt. But you could use fresh thyme and salt, no worries at all. So I'm literally going to rub that in all over, really give it the effort. So I'm just going to rub some rosemary into here. Nice little handful. Rosemary and lamb, best friends as ever. And some garlic. Just going to smash it and just crack them in your hand and just push them on top of the lamb like that. So what I'm going to do is just get some tin foil in there. And then I'm going to put a little swig of water in the bottom. And then what I want to do is I'm going to put this into an oven at full whack. Immediately turn it down to 180 degrees Celsius, or about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And for a shoulder of lamb like this, I'll cook it for about 2.5 hours, 2 hours. And for a normal English side shoulder, I'll cook it for about 3.5, 4 hours, or until it all pulls and it's delicious and tender. Right, let's have a look at this beautiful stuff. Okay, so you can see these little babies have shrunk back off the bone. I'm just going to take one whole shoulder and put it on a platter. And you can see when the meat's cooked beautifully, it'll just fall off the bone like that. And I'm going to pick this up, put this here, so a whole roast shoulder. But there's not a single ingredient, apart from the smen, you can use butter. You can make this at home and really get that authentic taste. Now, all I do to finish these beautiful lambs off is get some pomegranate, cut it in half, hold your hand like that, get yourself a spoon or something, and put those lovely fresh capsules of pomegranate over the top. You know, that is going to be absolutely delicious. You know, the little pop of sweetness with that lovely pulled lamb, bit of spice. And then I just want to show you how I love to serve it, because for me, this just makes the whole thing a bit of a feast, you know? And like, you know, if you look at the Moroccans, they like dipping and little bits of this and that and the other. So I'm trying to kind of do my version of that. So I'm just reheating these flatbreads, 30 seconds. You don't want them crispy. You want it so they sort of like bend like that. And then just like scrunch it up in your hand, put it there, and then just fill it with some beautiful pulled lamb, just like that. And then what I want to do is just get a little bit of yogurt so it's nice and fresh. Smear that across like that, then kind of make a well in the middle like that. And then get some harissa. Now you can buy this everywhere, but it's that salted lemon, chilly little hit. Just dribble it over the middle, like that. And then go back to your spices and just put a pinch over again. And it's kind of garnished, but also it is freshness. It's definitely there for freshness. Orange and carrot salad's a big thing out here. Take a little wodge of it and just put it in, like that. Maybe a few pomegranates. That is a beautiful dish. The meshwi man, I don't know what he'd make of that, but for me, that's respecting the way he's cooking. I'm doing it in my way. I'm using local ingredients, little links like the carrot and orange salad. And I'm really, really proud of that. I want to eat that. And I ain't sure which is the most pretty, that or that. Nice chocolate, lovely bit of meat.
This is pretty interesting. This is a warqa pastry, okay? And it's basically like a phyllo pastry. That's what the equivalent is back home. But I just want you to just watch my boy make this. You've got a pan over a gas with some steaming water and then literally a lid turned upside down. He's got this elastic dough and he literally smears it on the top. This is a really respected craft in this country. The steam just sets it and it's so wafer thin, it's so wafer thin. Look at it, look at it. You've got to be a real expert to be able to pull this off. It's such a pleasure to see this. Can you ask him if I'm allowed to have a go?
سي محمد هو وانت ما
Tell him I'll pay for any damages.
قال لك يخلصك ولا يهرس كل شيء. It's salt, oil.
That's not good, basically. Give me 3 grows. This one's not quite up to scratch. I will get it. I will get it. Yeah. Nothing like backstreet drivers, thank you. Okay, let's go. Come on, baby. Right, let's go again. Go, that's getting better. I'm getting the hang of it. I'm just starting to feel it. It's like anything, you've got to get comfortable with this stuff. Wax on, wax off.
Yes.
Feel the force, Luke. No, okay, that's not going to work. No, I've got to do one more. I think that's the best one I've done so far.
Nice one. Nice one.
Halfway there. Just another 10 years practice. Okay, I'm going to make an incredible cake, right? And this is a classic Moroccan dish. It's called a mahancha. It means a snake, or they call it the serpent, okay? Reason being is I'm going to use that beautiful, delicate pastry that I made with your main man today, that I did, frankly, an average job on. But, you know, it was incredible to see the amount of care. Absolutely, back home you can use phyllo pastry for the same texture, but that pastry is going to give you that crunch. So what I'm going to do is make a semi-classic filling. It's kind of like a frangipan, being the almond paste. So I've got 375 grams of butter, and then I'm going to have 375 grams of icing sugar. Mix it around. And that'll come together. There you go, there you go. Then we're going to have 3 eggs going in. Nice free-range eggs. So just fold it to start with. Bit of shell. Roughage. And at this point, see, it looks kind of like it's curdled or, you know, messed up. But the minute that you add your almond powder, and that's 375 of ground almonds, you wait, it will just go into a lovely consistency. I'm going to put literally 1 tablespoon of everyday flour in there. I'm going to put the zest of 1 lemon in there, just to bring it a bit of a zing, you know, bring it to life. Orange, big classic flavour out here. Got some pistachios here. Again, a real classic Moroccan thing. Just gonna mash these up. So, in with the pistachio. And it's got that lovely sort of green hum. And then the rose water, about 3 tablespoons. And rose water, I mean, it's a big deal. It's a really subtle kind of Turkish delight sort of rosy vibe. And that rose water just kind of convinces you that you're definitely in Morocco. Also, they might hit it with different spices, fennel seeds, cinnamon. I want to keep it reasonably plain. Now, to make it, you need a bit of space, nice clean surface. And you could do this on your dining room table if you wanted. Now, the pastry. 10 sheets of pastry. So I'll lay that out. And if I'm unlucky, I might come across one of my ones in it. Look at that. I'm just going to overlap them by about 4 inches. Basically, I'm going to make something about
just well, about 2 meters long, okay? And then we're going to make the serpent. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get this filling and just sort of spoon it. So little lobs next to each other. As you can see, as ever, I've peaked slightly too early. So just equal that out so it goes all the way along like that. It's dead simple. If it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to hit it with some flavour. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of sugar, and then look at this. You can buy these beautiful bags of rose petals, and it smells fantastic. And just literally pick through these and put the smallest couple of leaves, you know, on each one. So what I'm going to do now is just roll this little baby up like this. And then it's literally like rolling up a giant cigar. Roll it up, roll it up. Roll it the other way. I love it. That is why they call it the mahancha, the snake. Yeah! Okay, so what we're going to do is then to roll it up like this. Roll it, roll it, roll it. It's like a snail now. What a pleasure. Now, as that cooks, the frangipane, the eggs in it will up. And that can go in here. I've oiled this tray. Just gonna snug it in. And I'm gonna cook that little baby at about 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, until crisp, golden and delicious. So there is my lovely cake. These dried petals, you can put just a couple on top like that. I mean, it does feel quite Moroccan, doesn't it? Beautiful. Time to cut this baby up. Listen for the noise, though. That's what it's all about. What's the matter with me? Why do I get so excited about this stuff? Why does a cake and a noise make me... I don't know. That's what food's all about, though, isn't it? Now, look at it. Look at that. Beautiful. So I've got the tart there, and the thing that I really want to serve it with, I've got two things. I've got vanilla ice cream with crispy hot frangipane cake, delicious. And then to go with the whole Moroccan thing, I've made like a sauce out of dates. Now I've literally got a cup of lovely stoneless dates and 2 cups of orange juice. So I've actually pureed some like this. Right, let's get a bit of ice cream. Like that. Look at that. Like that, that'll be delicious. Sweet date with those lovely oranges. And the thing is, that frangipane, dead simple. That phyllo pastry looks like something you'd never dare attempt, but it is dead simple. You just gotta get stuck in. And I think I'm just gonna have to try it now. Bit of the crunchy bit, bit of the ice cream. Mmm. That is the one. Look at that.
Bonjour. Bonjour, mon ami. Monsieur, this is turmeric?
Yeah, this is turmeric. This is curcuma.
Cumin?
Yeah.
Paprika?
Chili pepper.
Can I buy a small
Yeah.
amount of
Yeah.
each of these?
Why not, yeah?
It was the Arabs that brought the spices here in the first place.
Yeah. Paprika, like turmeric, like cumin, like ginger, and special the ras al hanout. It's famous. It's called in English garam masala.
Oh, garam masala.
Garam masala.
Yeah. The Arabic word.
Ras al hanout.
Okay, so Ras Hanout,
It's mean head of shop.
head of shop.
King of spices.
And it's like a mixture, so
Yeah.
I can see you got nutmeg,
Nutmeg,
mace. What's
long
this?
pepper. This is long pepper. It's very hot. And this is mace.
Is this your personal mixture?
Yeah.
So do people come especially to you for your Ras Hanout?
Yeah, more this.
Yeah. Okay. Do you grind it?
I have the machine grind.
Can I have some?
Why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Smell this. Smell this.
Oh my lord.
It's delicious.
That doesn't smell like any garam masala either. Spicy, smells like mulled wine. It's got lemony feel to it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's got like a licoricey flavour.
Yeah.
Wow. Where can I find the best cooking? Is it in the home or the restaurants?
In the restaurants, not different.
Right. More rush.
Quickly, yeah. Quickly, yeah.
So you like the home?
Yeah, like the home, yeah.
What a pleasure to meet
Inshallah,
you.
good
Thank
luck.
you for your time. Take care. Bye now. Okay, this is dead exciting. Driz and Aisha here have been looking after me in the Riyadh. And normally, I mean, everything that we've done so far, anyone can do. But like, you know, you have to be a bit lucky to get in the home. And Aisha has spoken to her family and they're going to cook a regular Moroccan meal from scratch, family. And this is the real deal. And, you know, the best Moroccan food is definitely in the home. So this is pretty exciting.
السلام عليكم.
Hello. Hello, Jamie. Nice to meet you. Hello, Bambina. Wow. How beautiful. Is it okay to sit here?
Yeah.
Wow. So we got lamb, tagine.
Yeah.
So in your culture, it's still very much a woman's job to cook.
Yeah.
Ask Aisha who's the best cook out of these three.
شكون عايشة تصير مزيان في هاد الثلاثة. بعد grandmother she is the chief chef.
She's the big boss.
Yeah.
يا بابايا دار البيضة بتورا بارك أخي الزخلة والتوانسة.
On the other hand. I've never done this before.
So you eat in your territory.
Yeah, but what's my territory? Tell him I want borders. Okay, Omar. Show me how you do this, Omar. Yeah? Okay,
مزيان.
Back home, I get told off for playing with my food. Okay.
من بعد.
لا جوز راه تجي ممكن ديك الساعة.
هذيك.
You're getting cocky, you see? So what's she doing now? What's she got here?
Is it another for your tagine?
Oh,
Tagine.
little bits of lemon on the top.
Yeah.
كتجي القوق. هذا بسباس.
Wow.
Saffron, fennel,
على طبع على خاطر.
raw beans. This is definitely the money.
In your territory.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Apparently I'm eating out of my territory. I'll try and eat in Omar's territory. Do you see that? Oh! I love it. Tell her I think she's a very talented woman.
قول لي واش بغيني نخدم معاه.
Take me with you then.
Right, we're going to hit the tagines. I'm going to do two. I'm going to cook one, show you the other. We've got a beef tagine here that's ticking away. And then we've got some chicken that's been marinated. Now, I'm going to do it in a pan just because, look, tagine is all about the tagine itself, but I don't want you to feel like you have to buy one to be able to cook this beautiful food. And there's a lot more to tagines than just the pot, OK? So I'm doing one in a pan, one in the tagine. Now, I've got chicken here that's been marinating overnight, but you could do it for a couple of hours. Basically, it had about a heaped teaspoon of coriander seed, a flat, level teaspoon of cumin, that's quite pokey, go easy, and then a heaped teaspoon of ginger, freshness. salt and pepper, olive oil, really massage it in. What I'm going to do is add some olive oil to a pan, and I'm going to brown it off. This is a whole chicken. You can see there's the wing, there's the chicken breast there, and we got the legs. So that'll start browning off. Spices smell fantastic, and I think spices to me is what the tagine's all about. It's kind of stews with attitude. So I've got 2 onions here. Just going to half it and just roughly chop these little babies. The tagines were very much cooked by the ladies of the house. You know, even to this day, that's still pretty much the way it is. It's very rare to kind of get any altercations between a man and a woman out here. Do you know what I mean? So the tagine was always a way for them to be able to express their love, affection, or dissatisfaction. I guess you could kind of say it's like a bit of power that the girls have got, really, in the cooking. Power of the house, power of the cooking. I've got 4 cloves of garlic. Here we go. And then I've got some fennel here. Just take these slightly tougher bits off here. This lovely bulb of fennel here, we're going to cut in half, then in quarters, and then into the quarters in half again. So you've got 8ths. And this is really in season at the moment, and fennel and chicken are like best friends, so that's all good. Go in with the onions, go in with the garlic, and go in with the fennel. Give it a good old stir. And what I'm going to do is just sweat this off. You can smell the garlic. And that's the lovely thing, you know, when you get garlic mixing with spices, that's when you get serious flavour happening. So we're going to carry on frying that for a couple of minutes. What I'm going to add to this now is the salted lemons. Genuinely, you can get these in just about every supermarket. And then I've got some lovely stoned olives here. So what I want to do is add that lovely salted lemon, incredible flavour. Add in a little handful of the olives. Give them a good old mix up. And at this point in the story, we're going to use the classic Moroccan flavour. A little bit of saffron. And, you know, even now, saffron has a bigger value by weight than gold. Because every crocus has 2 stamen, that much. And who had the effort to even pick that much? You know, how much work goes into that? So I'm going to take a little pinch, sprinkle that in. So that's the saffron. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put like 2 wine glasses, not even that, about half a pint of stock or water goes in, and then just give it a stir, and you're ready for action. A lid goes on, in this case tin foil. Right, I'm going to cook that for an hour and a half, okay, on a gentle simmer. The meat's going to melt in your mouth. I'll show you that in a bit. Now, I'm going to talk you through this beef one, okay? So what we've done here is we've got beef, cheap cuts of stewing beef, right? So, to about 600 grams of stewing beef, I've marinated that for a couple of hours or overnight with salt, pepper, just a good pinch, a teaspoon heaped of the ras al hanout, which is the garam masala, a level teaspoon of cumin, a level teaspoon of cinnamon, a slightly heaped teaspoon of ground ginger, and a teaspoon of paprika, sweet paprika. And what we do is we fry off the meat in some olive oil. Once you've got a bit of colour going on, add 1 chopped onion and a tin of chickpeas. Then I add a regular tin of chopped tomatoes, okay? Lid goes on top. Now, beef will need about 2.5, 3 hours to cook. So at this stage, this has had about an hour and a half's cooking. It's more than half cooked. There's good flavour already. But I'm going to take this opportunity to add to it. So I want to add some squash. That's definitely in season at the moment. There's a fair bit of it around. If I put this in at the very beginning, it's just going to go to a complete mush, which isn't the end of the world, to be honest. You get good flavour, but it's quite nice to have it soft and lovely, but also holding shape. And then I'm going to gesture some lovely prunes. Now, I'm just going to tear it up into bits. Just a couple of prunes. You'd be amazed what a difference that makes. I'm going to put the lid on. So in an hour and a half, we come back, see what they look like. OK, let's have a look at these babies. You've got to the point now where, look, it's just tender. It'll break up. If I try and bust it, look, it will. OK, we'll come back to that. The beef, you can see how it's almost like just sort of side of relief and kind of cooked down, and it's all cooked into itself. Really, really nice. That is, you know, you're going to get a richness from those prunes that are going to really rock with the beef. And obviously, you can tell when the beef or any meat is cooked, because look, you want to peach it and you want it to flake like that. If it ain't doing that, carry on cooking it. Let's plate it up. I want to plate this up dead simple, okay? All I'm doing is serving this with simple, lightly seasoned couscous. I kind of feel as if I've put enough love and care into the actual tagines. Look at that. Beautiful little dish. You could put a few crumbled almonds over it. So there's the beautiful beef tagine. I'm really proud of that. This one's more family service, family style. I'm so proud of that. I feel like I can go home now and make endless tagines.
Kebabs, lamb beef chicken, tagines, couscous, fish, calamari, shrimps, spinach, aubergines, potato cakes, olive chips.
This is the most crazy market you're ever going to see. Literally 2 hours ago, there was nothing here. And at 5 o'clock, to be fair, they let all the market stall holders out, and then they all race to set up. Hello, boys. You all right? The thing about this place is it's like an assault of all the senses. The smells, the noise. But the food is incredible. We've got the old lamb's head here, either boiled or roasted. But look, you've got the two lovely girls here and a big old tongue sitting there. Lovely. There's my boy, look, he just give it a little dab. The breast. Wow. Well, I'm eating cow's udder at the moment. So exciting, so much noise, so many smells, so many people. Absolutely bonkers. And somehow, they're all shouting out Gordon Ramsay, Delia Smith. Brilliant. I've got to get out now, no, because too much of this will do me head in. Right, I'm going to cook a whole roast fish, right? This is a dorade, but you can cook any whole fish this way. I'm using Moroccan spices. You could do it with sea bass, cod, haddock, you know, any fish which has got a nice cavity. It's been scaled, so there's nothing here. The fin that normally pokes up here has been cut off with scissors, and the cavity has been cut open. You know, the cavity is quite an important bit of it because you can put beautiful things in there. I'm doing something that I've seen here in Morocco, and I've made up my own version of it. We've got vermicelli, you know, which is obviously Italian. But what I'm going to do is take some seasonal veg. You could use fennel, but I'm using some courgette and just grate it. And the courgettes are in season at the moment, and they're really good out here. So look at that lovely colour. Light, and you've got that freshness that you get from courgette. I've got a couple of tomatoes, and I've got these lovely preserved lemons, just a small handful. And also, remember, that's acting as seasoning. Sprinkle that in. Tomatoes, just literally wang them up any old way. Some coriander. Go straight in. Look at those colours. Green, red, yellow. 2 tablespoons of harissa in there. Spices. About 1.5 teaspoons of the sweet paprika. Look at that colour. Oh my Lord. So beautiful. About 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. And then 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Then I'm going to mix this up, have a little taste, and concentrate. I'm actually happy. Let's have a look at this fish. So what I want to do here is make it look presentable, but also take on flavour. So to do that, I'm just going to score it at a slight angle. Your fishmonger will definitely do this. Get your fishmonger working for you. And then we're going to flavour it up, baby. First of all, let's have some salt going in, right? And then we're going to have cumin. Just a little pinch, tiny pinch. And then some paprika. Look at these colours. Oh, my Lord, that's so nice. Pinch of ginger. And then 1 spoon of harissa, or 1/2 spoon, really. And I just want to rub that in. And I want you to just see those cuts there? Put your finger in there like that. And then we'll do exactly the same on the other side. Right, give it a good old rub, and you can literally bend it like that and get the flavour in there like that. Lovely, look at that. Beautiful. Now, what I want to do now is get this lovely filling here. I want to take half of it out, and I want to put it into this tray, and I want to kind of almost make that filling in the shape of the fish. And then the fish will go on top like that, okay? And then back here, what I want to do is add some shrimp, okay? So I've got some lovely shrimp here. It's been peeled. Absolutely, you could use as a frosted frozen one, or you could use crab meat or chopped up lobster, but mix that in, and that's going to go inside the fish. Get a wadge of this and find that little cavity and just pile it in there. And the flavour that you're going to get from this is going to blow your mind. A little drizzle of oil. And then I'm going to roast this in the oven at about 180 degrees Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit. I'm going to cook it for around 35 minutes. Beautiful. Right, now look at this. Now, that is a celebration of a fish. Just look at that. I want to serve this up and just show you how lovely this is. I'm going to go to this fish, just go where one of the scores is, follow the line, cut down the back, get yourself a fish slice or something, and feel where the bone is, and then just lift it. And I'm just going to put this on the plate over here. Just take some of that shrimp filling and that vermicelli, put that on the side, get some of this beautiful salad, and that, my friends, is a great showstopper of a dish. Absolutely lovely. I'll tell you what's really interesting about this city. It's a city sort of based on a load of alleys, and all the houses are really jammed together. So when I first got here, I was like a bit nervous because it was dark and smelly and sort of dark little corners. But when you get used to it, everyone sort of says, look, don't be scared, it's really safe here. And the thing is, get lost. Have a look about, get lost, and if in doubt in Marrakesh, look for the big tower of the mosque, or the sort of billowing smoke from the marketplace, and that will take you straight back to the centre. Very, very cool.
Jimmy Oliver, where? Yeah. Where is Jimmy? Where is Jimmy?
All of a sudden, everyone seems to know that I'm here. Hello. Why have you got?
I know with you. I know you cook.
Why have you got my picture on your menu?
Abdul Oliver, brother. Jimmy.
You got to look. He's actually got a picture of me on his menu.
That one.
You'll be getting a letter from my lawyers. Pocket Mike.
See you later, alligator.
Bloody hell, come on. OK, so that's my 2 days in Morocco. What a 2 days. What a culture. What incredible food. I mean, you know what? I've only been here for a weekend. You don't have to come for a week. And I tell you what, the people, incredible. It's safe, it's lovely. The kind of food they're doing here completely blew me away. The freshness of the ingredients, I can't knock it. I just can't knock it. And at the end of the day, the best way to a country and its culture is through its food. And to step out of my world into this world, what a shock, but what a pleasure. You know what? I'm definitely coming back.